Hi there, listeners. My name is Kate Chisholm and I'm the founder of The Curious Collective. My tagline for my business is breathe deeply, feel fully, and stay curious. So why I created this was so that I can connect with veterans and first responders and create a community where we learn how to connect back with the wisdom of the body. I feel like from years and years of service, whether it have been as a veteran or even first responders as well, is we're always caught in this go, 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 do, processes, structures kind of pattern. It's just what we have to do. So we have to give ourselves a bit of self-compassion. Because what happens over these years of doing these patterns is we become really disconnected from our physical body. So my vision is to help people find ways to connect back to their physical body. So throughout this video, I will be talking about different ways that you can do that, why perhaps we haven't done that in the past, and just give you some practical takeaway tips. So I have got my notes here beside me so that I don't miss out on sharing anything with you. I may glance down every now and then just to check on those. So the first thing that we're going to go on with is just understanding our body's natural intelligence. So our human body is such a sophisticated thing. And it's full of all this ancient wisdom. So you might have seen things in the past around like traditional Chinese medicine, Taoism, energy centers, meridians, all those sorts of things. It's not woo-woo, it's not made up, it's an actual real thing. Now we can't tap into and connect to the energy in our body if we don't have an awareness or an opening to that. Yeah, it's going to be in there, but the river isn't going to be flowing. So if you picture a watercourse and the river's flowing beautifully, you can throw a stick in it, you can throw a big branch in it, and if the river is strong enough, it'll just take it downstream and be gone with it. But if you throw a stick into, a rock into, a leaf into waters that aren't flowing, it's just going to stagnate and just hang out there. So if we were to think of our bodies as a river, our bodies as the banks of the river, and the energy is the river flowing, we want to constantly have our energy flowing from the earth up and from up down as well. So through our body's main energy centers. So I'm going to teach this to you in a different way. So I teach the energy centers, but I also teach it from a somatic approach. And the word somatics comes from a Greek word meaning soma, the body. So this kind of approach, this holistic approach to healing yourself and connecting with yourself is a way to work from the bottom up. So you may have in the past done a lot of talk therapy, which is fantastic. We also need to work on our mind as well. But this approach more works, that's a top-down approach. This is more bottom up. So working with and connecting to the body to clear and remove any blockages in your energy, in your in your beliefs, in your existence, to make sure that you are able to function as your body was naturally intended when you were first put here on earth. So common disconnection patterns in veterans are, we are taught from when you first join the military, whatever service you were in, to do the things, to follow the commands, to disregard the body's signals. So you may have even done sleep deprivation, food deprivation, and this trains you to ignore the body's signals. So in time, as we keep doing those things that the commander intends and following the orders that we need to, we disregard ourselves and our own body's signals. Also carrying weight loads, perhaps your body was already tired, already carrying injuries, and we're then loading ourselves back up and doing tasks that the body is screaming at us saying, no, I can't do this right now, but because we are of service, I have to do those things anyway. So there's a multitude of things, if you think of that as your job in service and how many times you disregarded what your body was trying to tell you throughout that have taught us to disconnect from the body in order to get the job done, if that makes sense. So why reconnection is crucial for healing. So we need to feel to heal. And that doesn't just mean feeling emotions, that means feeling sensations within the body. So within somatics, we learn how to connect to and feel sensations within the body. So this might be, something significant happens, like a conflict in your life, and you're needing to have a conversation with someone, but just the thought of having that conversation churns your stomach and you start to get a gut ache, and you start to get a little bit of reflux as well. So what might happen then is you can't process those emotions that are coming through because you're unable to connect to those. So what we need to do then moving forwards is learn how to feel what's going on in our body so that we can move forward and process that emotion that's coming through, or that energy that's coming through. When someone says something to you that sort of brings you into a state of, oh, that person said that to me, or that person said that to me, the throat gets a bit of a jolt in it, and it might feel like there's a ball in there. It might feel like you want to go or it might feel like you want to just shout it out. So it's about, when something happens, having that bodily awareness or that self-awareness to go, oh, interesting, that's what's happening in my body right now. So it's learning to understand how the body is communicating us, or the language of the body. So energy mapping, energy center mapping, this symbols behind me are the 7 main energy centers in the body. We have multitude of energy centers in the body, but these 7 main ones are the easiest to understand, and they're really great to tap into and learn more about. So we've got one that sits down under the pelvic bones. We've got one in the gut area, womb for ladies, up under the solar plexus, which is like a liver gallbladder area. Heart is one of our main energy centers, center of the rainbow bridge. We've got our throat, we've got our third eye, and we've got our crown, which is above the head. So when imbalances occur within these energy centers, we become a little bit disjointed or discombobulated. And so we may not understand why it's happening, or why we are affecting other people in our environment, or they are affecting us. But it's just because we are not aligned to what's actually going on within our bodies. We're not connecting to what's going on within our own bodies. I do specific trainings that are all about what's actually going on within each of these energy centers, and to make sense of it for yourself, to learn more about it. So if you want to learn more about that, please do connect with me and I can teach you more about that. So reading the body signals. I want you to, after you've listened to this, really pay attention to what the body does in particular situations, or how the body is reacting. So how can we do that? How can we tap into the body and learn more about what's going on in there? So the first thing that I always teach people is a body scan. So you may have done these in the past, and this is simply connecting to and sitting with your body. So there may be discomfort within your body. You may be living with chronic pain or discomfort from an injury that is just new, or maybe a lot of worrying thoughts in the mind. So what we'll do is, I want you to, if you're watching this, just close down your eyes if that feels safe for you to do. And what we're going to do is just gently tap our feet on the ground. So if your feet are on the ground, just gently tapping those. So you can just bounce your heels, or you can tap your whole foot like in a marching motion, just to bring you into the body. Just think about those feet as you're tapping them, thinking my feet are on the ground. What I want you to do now is just tap your legs. Tap your legs however which way you want to. And now I want you to make a fist with this hand. It can be either one, if you're left or right, doesn't matter. And I want you to actually tap your arms. So I want you to go all the way up, all the way across, swap hands, all the way down again. Just really tap up through the body there. Now with your fingertips, what I want you to do is tap your body. We're going to go up onto the head, tapping. Doesn't matter where or what process you do it in, as long as you're tapping. Now I want you to rub your hands together. So placing the hands together, rub, 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 rub. So rub those together until you feel warmth and friction. Now we're going to rub our knuckles together. Rubbing. Okay, back to the hands. Nearly there. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to place one hand on your tummy, one on your heart. I want you to close down your eyes and just listen. So we're going to take one big deep breath into our stomach. So we're like an upside down balloon in the stomach. So as you breathe in, your belly will come out. So in through your nose, belly puffs out, and out through your mouth. So just take your time with that. In through the nose and release. Now I just want you to sit there. And I'm going to be quiet for a little minute, about a minute, and I want you to feel the sensations in your body as you breathe. So breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just sit with what is arising within your body. I feel it's really important when you're doing this particular body awareness activity is just to listen to the body. Now, if you have never done this, it can be quite challenging. So stay connected into that body, and if you've still got your eyes closed, that's great. And I want you to think about your feet. I want you to go down and start at your little toe, the next one along, next one along, just through all the 5 toes until you come back to that big chubby toe, the big toe. Go up the top of the foot, scanning your awareness, just feeling for anything that comes up in that foot area. Up to your ankles, feeling into your ankles if there's any tightness or tension, any holding. If you feel tightness or tension, you can just send that area of your body some compassion, some love. Coming up through the calves now, the back of the calf, round to the front of your shin, traveling up slowly to your knee. Knees are a challenging spot for most within the veteran space. I teach about the energetics of the knee within my groups. Sometimes it means rigidity, flexibility in life, being able to go with the flow. Bringing your awareness now up through your quadricep muscles at the front, round to the hamstrings at the back, to your glutes. Thank you, glutes. We're going to go up the spine now, so going into the coccyx, the bottom of our spine, and just traveling slowly, one vertebrae at a time. If you can concentrate your awareness, one vertebrae at a time, up your spine slowly, sending the body compassion. The spine is the library of the body. It holds all of our knowledge, helps us to feel supported in life, external, internal. Energetics of the spine is fascinating. All the way up, and I want you to roll your shoulders. Roll the shoulders. Okay, scanning across the shoulders now. Is there a weight on your shoulders? Are you feeling heaviness? Any tightness or tension you're needing to release there? Okay, coming through and down to the heart. Let's focus on the heart for a second. If your hand's still there, just give it a tap. Breathing as you tap your heart or heart space. Okay, and just hold that hand there. How's it feeling in your heart today? Is it open to receive or closed and protective? Okay, coming up through the neck now. How's your neck? Is it tight and tense? Is there some flexibility in there? Any looseness? Is there something you need to say to someone or to yourself, to speak, to get off your chest? Okay, round into the face now, the lips and mouth, your cheeks, into your eye sockets. Thank you, eyes, for allowing me to see. Up onto the forehead, into our big busy brains. Thank you for processing and analyzing all those myriad of thoughts. You can rest now, brain. I'm in the body, I'm in the body. And your hair, so getting your hands and just rubbing them up your face, round the top of your head, big shoulder roll, arms out. Ooh, stretch, 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 stretch. Big breath in. And release. Just give yourself a shake. So what we just did there was sort of a Kate version of a body scan. So a body scan is just bringing your mental conscious awareness into your body. So you're not thinking about having to do the washing or the groceries or cook the meal or do things with the kids or all the myriad of piled up jobs and tasks that you have externally to your body. You're saying, pause, I'm going to put a pin in you right now. I'm going to come back to my body and I'm just going to scan and just see if there's anything presenting or any communication my body wants to give me right now where I can give it some love and attention. How do we then give our body love and attention? So if you felt the tension in the shoulders, you might look at ways to do some stretches to release some of that tension from the shoulders. You might rub some oils into those areas to release that tension, wherever that might be on your body. Or come in and learn with me about the energetics of the body, and there's practical ways to clear that tension and tightness at every single level of your body. So next thing I wanted to talk to you about was your grounding. So you probably, if you have been with a therapist or psychologist of any sort, done a grounding practice. I just love really, really simple one for you all is just to grab at your thumb. So whichever thumb you've got, and I want you to, for the next couple of breaths, I'm going to be quiet, and I want you to feel for the pulse in your thumb. So breathing in through the nose and release. Feel for that pulse. So if you can't feel that pulse yet, it just means that you're not in your physical body, so that your energy or your consciousness is out and about, concentrating on too many other things external to your own body. So practice that one there as many times as you want. The other one we did at the start of the body scan practice was how we pumped our heels on the ground, which was bringing our energy into the present moment. And you can go out onto the grass in your yard or wherever you are and just jump up and down slowly. What this also does is another added health benefit to this one is the pumps for our lymphatic system sit within our calves, our gastrocnemius. So if you do some rebounding or jumping or get on your kid's trampoline, you're actually helping that lymphatic system and your circulation to pump around the body, and that will help you to detox anything emotionally, energetically, physically from the body as well. Another added bonus. What we're going to do now is a little breath work technique. It's a calming breath. So what I want you to do is for the count of 4, you're going to breathe in through your nose. So when we breathe in through our nose, we're thinking about sucking air up into the top of our head. And then when we breathe out, we're going to breathe out through our mouth. So it's going to be in for 4 and out for 6. So in for 4 and out for 6. So closing down your eyes, if that feels good to you, you can have them open as well if you like. But what we're going to do is breathe in through the nose for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Suck that breath in and out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Two more rounds. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round for now. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just sit with your body now and feel how things are settling within your body when you connect to this. It's called a restorative breath. What it helps to do is calm your parasympathetic nervous system. So it brings you into the body, and it through the breath is a medicine. You're born with it. You leave this earth with it. It helps to bring oxygen to the body and calm and regulate the nervous system. Magic. It's free. It's with you all times. The other breath I would like to give you is what's called a straw breath. So imagine that you have a straw in your mouth and you're going to suck air through that straw. We're going to suck in one big breath. We're going to do 2 more little ones. So we're going to go Hold it for a little bit, and then we're going to let it all out. Okay, so we're going to do that a couple of times. So imagine that straw is in your mouth and we're breathing in through the straw. Release that breath out. As you release it out, you are just releasing all the tension and tightness in your body. Anything that no longer serves you is coming out. So let's do that again. In through the mouth. Release, release. I love that out breath. So you can actually do this breath while you're stretching. So say I want to do a stretch for my back. So I might turn my body, twist my body, and then I'll get it into a position where it's holding and go. As you breathe out, if you're stretching with the breath, you can, because you're releasing tension, you can actually go further into that stretch. So give it a go. So I'm going to do the other side so I'm balanced. So in through the mouth, straw breath. If you're doing it while you're stretching, make sure that you stay in that particular stretch for a decent amount of time. You don't want to rush it. This isn't a speed game. Even if you want to do that straw breath in that particular position for a little while. When we twist our body, we're also helping our lymphatic system and our circulation, because we're twisting and turning. As we twist and turn, we move the organs in the body. So all these sorts of things that we want to do, look at me as I'm talking, I'm like doing these ones, is we want to be able to move and create freedom within the body. We can do that through the breath. We can do that through being consciously aware of what's going on within our body. So what I would really love you to do from this information that I have given you today is just to remain really aware and just keep exploring your body. Keep exploring different breathwork practices. I have separate teachings outside of this video on my YouTube channel, in my podcasts, and on platforms where you can learn energetics of the body, so the energy that causes dysregulation within the body that you might get as a diagnosis from the doctor. That is actually energetic imbalances within the body, as well as breathwork techniques and somatic practices to get you into the body, because we want to breathe deeply, we want to feel fully, and we want to stay curious. Thank you so much for listening today. Reach out to me if you would like any more support.